Good morning, everyone. Today, you'll have to put up with me, not Rob, as usually. Um, yeah, we have some Australian Quake. 3 matches to be exactly. And the first one is from Division 2. It will be Shrulez against Fuzzy. Yeah. So, aside from me saying morning to everyone, we also have to go over the funds. Oops. Which they were so kind in getting done already, so we'll take a brief look at them and then immediately jump into the match. Do not waste any more time. Okay, you can see it in the background already, but we'll go now. Let's see. Yeah, so in this beautiful Sunday morning, for you in Australia, Sunday evening, we start the first match on Vale. Shrulez picked that his keel against Fuzzy's Death Knight. Fuzzy then decided to play Molten Falls. We have a heavy matchup there, Scale against Clutch. And on paper, you'd say the Clutch is the big favorite here, but Shrulez is actually probably the Australian Gale player anyway, so it's not a pushover, I guess, in this case. And then a classic, or maybe the late classic in Quake Champions, the El Clasico Ranger against Shock on the third map of Awoken. That champion combination, Ranger versus Shock, I don't know how many times we've seen it by now, but basically every match, I would say. Yeah, a very trusted champion dual matchup. And I think if it goes to map 3, it's certainly super even. Map 1, I guess in Vale the keel is a stronghold, and it is certainly one because it also mitigates the splash damage not just from rockets but also from the Death Knight's ability. So the Death Knight is really just losing out on a lot of damage here just by Keel's passive already. So yeah, I'm guessing map 1 goes to Shrulez, map 2, and with me guessing, I'll set up predictions as well. Give me a second. Yeah, so I'll give you 2 minutes to use your precious lightning bolts. But I'm also guessing map 2 will go to the Clutch simply because I think his movement style and the shield is more suitable for a map like Molten Falls, because Bull Rush against Rail is really an oddball of an ability. And map 3 I couldn't predict at all, but as you have already heard, my prediction says we will see a map 3. Anyway, back to my beautiful face for a while. The players are ready. We have ticked the South server as well. Right after chat. Alrighty, just some little chatting in the Quachi Discord. Anyway, lobby should be set, so the players can happily play. We start, of course, with a 0-0. And as soon as they are ready, we will jump into and deliver some Sunday or morning early Quake action. So far, anyone predicting? Oh, 100% on Shrulez. Yeah, Heimo, that's, I guess, I guess that's a fair bet, isn't it? We're both are ready and we'll load in. Let's go. Yes. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so it's back to lobby. Yeah, I just saw it. Sorry, I still have streamers mode on in Discord, so I didn't get the notification. Nothing happened. We'll be back to lobby. I'll have to prepare another scene as well. Uh,
Prepare to fight. Round begins in.
yeah, so we'll be back to lobby. I will be joined by another caster. It will be a surprise. I'm not gonna spoil. Hi, Diza. Good morning. Yeah, for me it's good morning. I don't know, depending on where you're at, it's not good morning for you. It really isn't it? Or will he not come? Because I need to know. Okay. Sorry for the delays. I don't have the alert set up as well. I'm sorry for that, guys. I don't know why they don't work. Okay. I'll fix the time, I mean. Don't worry. This is really a nightmare. Wait. I do it centered. Doesn't change jack shit. Great. You know what? We'll just have it with the seconds then. Fuck off. Or not fuck off, you can stay here. I really appreciate that you're here. Yeah, I'm waiting for Mr. RR Lucky to join, but it doesn't seem he's able.
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm here,
Hi. Hello.
bro. Yo, how are you?
I'm doing fine. So now everything going on. I can put you into the lobby.
Sweet.
Righty. And we will switch scenes now, because now I'm casting with RR Lucky or a placeholder image, which is Clutch. Don't be too.
So
Do you have a cam mod, or are you fine with just
I'm fine with just clutch for
Okay.
now. It's all good.
you're not an anti-clutch persona? Person.
I mean, I'm playing against him maybe, but
Yeah,
he's
playing
fine.
him, playing him is good. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, and we'll see that the champion being played later on as well. Like, Fuzzy is playing him against Hamos Gale on a map called Molten Falls. What do you think
Oh,
about
I
that
see.
matchup?
Okay. Is it night on clutch? Is that for the second set?
Is it the
Or is that for
no,
this
it's for this set, and it's Fuzzy on Clutch and Shrulez on Scale.
Yeah, interesting. I think Scale, we see a lot less of it now because I think he's a little bit worse. Actually, quite a lot worse. I think with the LG change and also his nerfs, I think Scale's a lot worse. And Clutch, I don't know. If you're good with him, he's really good. So, Fuzzy, I know, plays Clutch quite a bit. So, but also Fuzzy hasn't been able to play the game as much. So, we'll see.
So
Clutch is not an easy champ to play.
yeah, so they are both like somewhat in an off champion, huh? I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not personally, but meta-wise.
Yeah, these guys, both these guys play champions that I wouldn't typically see
I think the
too
guys are
often.
still playing the game.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Okay, now we can start the lobby. Yeah, sorry for interrupting you. Yeah, I guess it makes totally sense. But the first map now will be Vale actually, and for that we'll have a Keel. Oh, right. Against the Death Knight.
Interesting. Yeah, even then, Keel, I don't see Keel that much anymore. On Vale, it is one of the maps where Keel, you know, I understand it, but I don't know. I still favor the Death Knight here. I just think the LG is ridiculously broken at the moment, and
Yeah.
you've got to see a heavy champ where it's just easier to hit LG as well. So I favor the Death Knight here still. But I mean, hey, if there is a map where Keel can do some damage with his nades, I feel like it could be this map.
I think if they manage to make it a lot about rockets, the Keel has actually an advantage. But if it's a hit scan heavy match, probably not.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And yeah, I definitely think the Keel can work if, as you say, keep it in the rocket fights, because the amount of burst damage that the Keel can actually do is quite ridiculous.
Yeah, and also he's like a bit less. He doesn't get hit by so much splash himself because of him having more. Because he has splash damage reduction. 50% is quite a lot.
That is quite a lot, yeah, true.
Okay, so something happened because Heimo contacted me and said, yeah, we'll have to that you'll join me, but we were launching the server already. I said BTL. None of the guys read it, so they played Vale. Shrulez lost it, and he said, let's go Molten. But Fuzzy offered to replay the map, so we will replay Vale, so it started with a 1-0. Fortunately for us. So we will go.
Alright, sweet.
I guess your prediction was right.
Yeah, true.
Well, we'll see if that turns around now. So, yeah, we will play on the Sydney server. We will start. Now, for real. Okay. Yeah. Go. In.
Who are we starting on?
I'm with Fuzzy, as
Okay.
it's not his map pick, and I want to see how he starts, and he gets like literally the best spawn ever.
Yeah, the other spawn is really bad on this map. It's this one thing I don't like about this map. That side of the map is it really doesn't have much, but straight away Fuzzy diving and using that flame strike. He's going to do not really much damage with the flame strike at all. He's actually taking more damage he's given this fight, and Shrulez knows that he's coming up, but he's also taking a lot of damage. How is that possible? Fuzzy hits like amazing defensive rockets, and he's actually going to take the first round.
Yeah, that was a massively great start for him, as he's not only able to get the first 2 frags with that follow-up now, but also has like LG rockets. Only thing he's lacking is rail, and if Shrulez is able to use that to create some angles and get back into the game, we might see the control shift, but as it stands now, it doesn't really look like it. Simply because of the positioning and the weaponry advantage that Fuzzy seems to boast.
There's that LG in action. It does a lot of damage, but Fuzzy also takes a rail in return. You will have position for this mega. Shrulez will try and fight it. Hits another nice rail.
Yeah.
This is the last one,
There
but
you
hits
go.
another one.
And the flame strike used as well. He doesn't even need to use rail, just use any other hit scan weapon. Your opponent is super weak, and there we go. The game is tied. Oh, nice use of the starting machine gun from Fuzzy off the respawn, knowing that his opponent wasn't in the best stack in the world. He should be able to actually make this fight a little bit scrappy, but now with that rocket, he can't get out. There is no way he can escape. He had just hadn't the weapons to fall back, to be honest. So he maybe overstayed his welcome. Rails traded. Shrulez is railable, but Fuzzy is not going for that peak. He wants to play it safe. Now with Heavy coming in 5 seconds. Position for Shrulez couldn't be better, especially with the weapon advantage he has. He's out of rail ammunition, and he doesn't actually realize it, so he clicks, but gets the item without taking too much casualties here. A little tickle from the rail before, but there you go. It's all Shrulez again.
Yeah, with this item timing separation, it's pretty easy for Shrulez just to get both these items as it goes on, so Fuzzy really needs to find some good unreturned damage and play the slow game a little bit here. Shrulez pushing onto Fuzzy because Fuzzy only has the rail, but Fuzzy doing good damage. He's actually going to get the kill, where it looks like Shrulez should have had it, so well done by Fuzzy there, but he still doesn't have all the weapons that he needs, so fighting for this mega may be a bit hard because he doesn't have the position. So he might just have to back up here, grab some lights, grab some health bubbles, and just reset and try and set up for Heavy.
Yeah. And I think being in position early for Heavy could be more important than doing damage on Mega. He's not having the lightning gun, so he needs to find a way around that. And with those opening nails followed up by a railgun, I think he certainly has. Beautiful shot as Shrulez jumps over to the Heavy. Fuzzy hits him with that rail midair and saves the item for himself. And it's back tied up. He tries to deny the light, but he still has armor overstack. He probably wants to take some damage first. Still lacking the LG. And if he goes on there slow, the LG will deal a lot of damage, and this is exactly what we're seeing. But 131 damage in return. Fuzzy used the flame strike as well as a beautiful rocket. Okay, I guess Shrulez wins the rocket contest so far with that direct. But it's the Heavy for Fuzzy nonetheless. He peaks even for that, but now he can't peek. He is railable. 25 HP needed, and he still would be railable. Just now he can tank 1. Has no rails himself, so he wisely decides as well, to not show up and try and damage that Mega. And Shrulez delays it even more, but I think Fuzzy heard the TP, so he might is guessing that there is an additional delay. Railgun hits, but it's traded, and this favors Shrulez heavily as he's in position for the Heavy. There's no armor really to grab for Fuzzy anymore up until the upper light. The one at Mega should be after Mega respawn, so it's still not up. And there you go, rail hit. Shrulez secures himself as a major item. And there you go, picks up the light once more. So it's only the light at the acid pit available right now. The one at rails should be spawning soon, though. But Fuzzy's in a bad situation stack-wise.
Yeah, and what Shrulez is doing a really good job of is controlling that LG. Fuzzy has not had that weapon for quite a few minutes now. Nice mid-air, but still, because Shrulez is a heavy, he still looks pretty healthy compared to Fuzzy. He's going to pre-fire the Flame Strike, and amazing, once again from Fuzzy, he's pulling these frags out of nowhere, where it really feels like he shouldn't be getting them. And now he's going to have that LG, and he's also going to have timing on this heavy as well, because the items are so split. He is in a bad position, though, but he does do nice 70 damage there, Shrulez. Still kind of healthy, and the gauntlet comes out.
What? I thought he would finish it with a pummel, but it was a telefrag in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a telefrag in the end.
Amazing stuff. And I think that just shows what, like, the rotation that Shrulez set up for him. If you die and lose it, your opponent has it immediately, doesn't even need to know. Because there's basically no delay between the light armor and the mega, so your opponent will always be able to pick up 150 stack when he takes over your rotation. And this was what came back to Holland Shrulez in this fight, but he's bouncing back. For some reason is able to win that fight. It doesn't really seem that it was a fight he should actually win, but he does so. And deals great damage the following fight as well through the TP. Fuzzy didn't have the ability yet, and now he turns it around. But I think the issue still remains. If he is not able to put more delay between the light armor and the mega health, it will always return in a massive swing of momentum as soon as the rotation is taken over by the other player. It's just one frag. With a little bit more than 3 minutes to go. And Shrulez is in position for mega health. Nice tribal damage. Fuzzy needs to reposition. Shrulez is hunting him down. He can actually fight a little bit longer and turn the rotation on its head. Rocket jumps up. Fuzzy needs to go out of there. He doesn't and runs into a direct rocket. Tried to play it smart, but outsmarted himself. Fortunately, he spawns at LG and is able to take over the light and the mega. But he's still lacking some weapons. He can only fight close range combat with his rocket launcher right now. Rather with his LG for medium distance. Now he's able to pick up rockets as well. So just lacking the railgun. I think he also had Tribolt by now. Yes, certainly now he has rockets being used. Flame Strike as well. Massive damage coming out, and Shrulez will be able to take mega. So it's in a shared control sense, but I think armor-wise it Fuzzy heavily, and he can't really keep fighting against Fuzzy here as he's lacking armor completely. Bails out, and Fuzzy's not able to hunt him down yet. 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, and has a nice position for this heavy as well. Shrulez does have a good amount of health and armor now because he's picked up all the lights. And once again, Fuzzy, he's actually out-positioned himself, and he's given the heavy to Shrulez. He might get this mega, but now it's going to be risky because Shrulez is ready at the TP. Has more stack. He's going to jump on top of him, and a bit of a mistake there by Fuzzy just to give the heavy up there. Now, well, as we said with the split control, it's going to be even harder for him to get back into this game. And he might be able to get LG here, but he still doesn't have rockets. And Shrulez, he knows he wants LG. He's going to be trapping it. The push away is actually going to favor Fuzzy, but there's still 6 seconds to the heavy. Fuzzy is 12 HP. He's not sure if he can stick around. Shrulez routing a bit of a long way around. Heavy's actually up, but Fuzzy not aware, and he's going to have to back up of Heavy, and he's going to just have to fight for his life now.
Yeah, back to the wall now. 1 minute to go. Good thing is, Shrulez doesn't have rockets, and if Fuzzy knows that, he might be able to pick a fight where he can do a shotgun flame strike or rocket flame set combo up close with a trap. We have seen that work time and time again for him this map. But given his position away, now it doesn't seem like he's able to. All he can try is prevent heavy pickup, but he doesn't, and now we have a doomsday stack on Shrulez. The flame strike misses. It's a split second too late and 2 frags up. Shrulez probably secured this map with that spawn refrag.
Man, looks like he's going to get another one too. Actually, no, maybe not. Fuzzy doing quite a lot of damage, but Shrulez knowing if he pushes through, he's probably dead. And he just doesn't want to give Fuzzy any chance, even how little the chance is to actually bring back this map.
Yeah, with
It's not
30,
even gonna go for this heavy.
no, with 34 LG cells, this is not going to happen. Oh! He got rocket jumped into the
Not
pummel.
sure, but
Hey, mate, do
Hey.
you want to get an invite
yeah, sure.
I will wait.
whilst...
I'll give you lobby. Are lucky so you can.
Yeah, sure.
Still got a match on at 8:30, so I'll be bouncing in 30.
Yeah, I have to go after this set because I have to warm up for my own set.
We're both in the same position.
Yeah. What's the next map? I actually haven't seen pick bands. Is it Molten? I think it's Molten, right? Yeah.
Why is the overlay not working? Anything worked. Okay, stream is back at least.
Hello, everyone. How is it going?
Hope it's going fine for everyone. I'm trying to.
It's way too early for you today, isn't it, mate?
No, that's actually not the issue.
The issue is technology.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah, Dramas is looking frickin' amazing today, isn't he, Hamo? The
He's
beard
looking
is
a lot
just
like
perfect.
Dustbug, is he?
He's looking very Australian, sounding very Australian.
I think he would appreciate that.
Yeah, we don't need to insult anyone like that.
Okay, let me get Lucky's clutch in position as well. He's a small clutch now.
Yeah.
Fuzzy versus Shrulez Lucky. What are you thinking with this one?
Well, first map they had to replay, so and Fuzzy actually won when they went on stream, and then they replayed, then Shrulez won. So I don't know if that's playing too much on Fuzzy's mind, but this matchup is one that I didn't exactly expect to see. Scale and clutch. On a second map it's a bit weird. It feels like it would be like a last map thing.
Yeah.
But overall, Shrulez played very well on the first map, I'd have to say. His weapon control on the map was really good. Fuzzy wasn't looking bad, but overall, I was more impressed with Shrulez. So, but again, this is a totally different map and how it works. It's so big. Controlling the weapons and that sort of stuff, and controlling the map is a little bit harder just because of the sheer size of it. So we'll see. I'm interested to see Fuzzy's clutch because, as we know, clutch is just kind of like he's really good if you can play him, but he's not easy to play. So
I mean, yeah, I've only seen limited activities from the two. Obviously, did a little bit of LAN action with Fuzzy a couple of weeks ago, and seen Shrulez blast back onto everyone's quick play list fairly recently, and kid looks like he hasn't lost anything in his time away from the game, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes, definitely.
yeah, I mean, I literally just played Shrulez like 2 nights ago or something. So yeah, he's been around. He's been practicing. Fuzzy, not so much. I think he's been busy with other stuff. So it's always hard just to like have your de-rusting games as your official matches, because like there's also the nerves of official matches, and then also you're de-rusting at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think Shrulez has been de-rusting a little bit in practice. So I guess that's going for him. Again, I don't know if Fuzzy's really been practicing at all. So a bit of a you get thrown into the deep end when this is the scenario.
And I'm definitely not spending time right now looking for a photo of you, Lucky, at KUACHICON that can be put up on stream instead.
That like all can use.
Yeah, that would be cool.
There is, I don't know, there was a photo album that was released. I don't know where to find it though. That was a while ago now.
I'm definitely not looking for that right now.
Yeah.
Definitely that's not what's happening.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the overlay show the correct score, because it doesn't. I've entered the 1-0 score for like 5 times now and press update, it just doesn't do anything, so I'm a bit...
Technology is working beautifully today.
Yeah,
I reckon we go without, because we've got our voices.
Yeah, and we all know who won the first map, don't we?
That's true. That's
So,
true. Because
yeah,
all our viewers,
Lucky,
a lot of viewers, and should be
you
should be
can-
watching every second of the stream. So we'll start it up.
You can
Here we
start.
go. KUACHICON photos. Got them.
You can start this.
Alrighty.
Who are we starting on, Lucky? Who are we going to...
We started on Fuzzy last map, so I think we'll start on Shrulez this map. Our victor of the first map replay, I should say.
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
Why can't I upload the con? Problem. Anyway, we'll load into the game now.
There's Boxy.
Now you take it away, guys, while I try to fix this here.
To fight.
No worries, sounds good. Alright.
Round begins in
So, both players loaded in.
2.
Starting on Shrulez, and let's see what spawn he gets. He gets this spawn, and he does, nice. I was hoping he was going to do this, but actually, because Fuzzy is on the clutch, he's going to go charge in straight away, and that's actually quite a good strategy. Because he is on clutch, you can go off that rocket spawn and just dash straight onto the railgun light. And if you spawn on that heavy side, you typically do want to take that light first, then the heavy, so you get more armor, but that's a good counterplay from Fuzzy.
He knew exactly what was going to happen. He knew he didn't have that spawn, so he knew what Shrulez was going to do. But that rocket, fadeaway rocket, straight to Fuzzy's feet.
Yeah, because of how that frag went down, Shrulez did spawn on the Mega, so he did actually have quite a lot of stack still. So he was able to take quite a bit of damage and had some nice rockets. So they will trade items now. They're at a similar timing. Shrulez doesn't have the LG, but has the rail, and man, he's been hitting some good rails.
Shotgun's not effective from there, Shrulez. As the Ice Blaster comes out. He's just getting in there.
He's really trying to. It almost works out. Some nice rockets from Fuzzy. He hit him mid-air, somewhere in there. But it was a bit of a ballsy push. With the current shotgun as it is at the moment, I don't like doing those sorts of pushes anymore. But another fight coming down.
But it's the kind of play you expect, especially when someone's taking a scale bearer. You really need to be in the players' faces. Just being out and on the move is not going to be anywhere near as effective as battle over the top of the mega health goes. Fuzzy manages to get that and get away. Rockets come out, and that flick rail from Shrulez, perfect. And Shrulez has gotten what looks to be fairly good lockdown on the items early on. All the plasma come out, but just not enough for Fuzzy's LG there. As he gets himself back on the board. But we're just trading frags at the moment here. And unfortunately, Lucky's net has died. I'm sure he'll be back shortly. As Shrulez is going in for that mega, finds Fuzzy there, not able to do much. A little bit of damage across the board. And Fuzzy's there to get the timing of the heavy, but obviously not able to collect on the item as well. Shrulez getting in early to defend that mega, gets it, and he's just going to get straight out of dodge. And he's just got the map on lockdown now. Shots across the bow keep Fuzzy away. But the nail clues him in. We're just seeing the aggressive play coming out from Shrulez again. Doesn't work in his favour as he gets pushed off of the edge of the map. We'll see if Fuzzy's able to hold on to his lead here. Conversion off the spawn is what you want to see. But that charge just comes through and negates all the work that he's done. No problems, mate.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
It's been a bit of a scrappy start, it has, by the looks of things.
But at
No
least
one's
the
really able
game's
to get
good.
the leg up. At least the game's good, yes. It's not one of those boring games on Molten where someone's staying on one side of the map.
Yeah. So we have a 1 frag lead, but it's basically has been going back and forth for like 4 minutes 30, and I'm actually massively surprised that a map like Molten Falls with 2 heavy champions has that many frags. Shrulez now with that rail before Mega onto Fuzzy is actually in a very good position, has a massive stack advantage to make this for once become a 2 frag lead, but there you go, great opening damage.
Yeah,
From the clutch, and it's back tied up. How can this even happen?
well, we've got Shrulez playing a very aggressive scale bearer here. He's just getting in his face no matter what his stack it seems like. And Fuzzy's not backing off with the clutch.
No, he keeps on fighting.
And there it is. Swings back again.
Yeah, it's like Fuzzy. No, Shrulez gets a frag. Fuzzy gets one back, then Shrulez. And Shrulez, on the last rotation before that happened. Yes, we can. Sorry, I thought Follow Killer was active. Oh, now it should be. But now now it's actually again the same position, but Fuzzy has better stack now. With a bull rush there, it should be Shrulez looking for a cheesy trap, and he did so, but no sound. So he goes to the other side of the map, and that bull rushing through the portal would have been actually preventing him from taking like 100 damage. But he bull rushed super late, and that died again. So we trade again, and we also trade abilities in this match. It really just depends on who, like, is 1 frag up when the timer runs out, as it looks right now.
And it is swinging both sides. We are seeing instances where Fuzzy is 1 up in that swing, and then Shrulez will get 2, and it swings back to him. And it will go that way for a bit, and then it will swing back to Fuzzy. Noodle LG of Shrulez is effective against Fuzzy, though. As I think we're seeing it swing back to Shrulez's side, so brilliant rail coming in from Fuzzy there. And Shrulez is in a very vulnerable position, only 100 HP. Fuzzy's got a little bit of armor there to help him, but just being absolutely insane.
Yeah.
With the timer starting to run out looks like both players are stepping off the accelerator a little bit here. Not wanting to commit to a fight as much as they were in the previous 7 minutes. Yes, they've both done a circle around each other. And Shrulez is holding a very impressive stack right now. He smells blood after that rail, but just getting out of there. And he's got Molten on lockdown at the moment. The items are his.
Yeah, this is probably the best advantage any of the players had in like 4 minutes, maybe even more. And if Shrulez plays his cards right, even the shield of the clutch shouldn't be able to do anything good for it.
Oh, that's the thing. In this instance, playing it right is he just needs to maintain this 1 frag lead. He doesn't need to go frag hunting with only a minute and a half left. Keeping away from those edges would be helpful, but long-range LG's not being very effective for him, and it negates all of that mega that he built up. And Fuzzy's desperately looking for that 1 frag. The landing on the mega by Shrulez there was clutch, and I reckon with Shrulez now being up 2-0, unless there's an insane move by Fuzzy here, Molten's gonna go Shrulez's way.
Yeah. He was put.
Bit of
Is
drive by
it though?
There it is.
Hold on. And he spawns at LG if he can find him. Okay, Shrulez does the right thing, runs away, but 30 seconds, there is a possibility. A decent clutch should be able to maneuver faster, and he goes up the
And he
bounce pad.
captured him.
No.
So much damage, but no.
Okay, he
No,
secures
with
it now. I'm pretty sure he did. I thought
15
there was a
seconds
chance,
left on the clock.
but there isn't.
And Shrulez is running. Oh no. Both players taken off for the edge. That is the end of the game. Shrulez cinching it right there at the end. That was one of the more entertaining games that we've seen.
Yeah, it certainly was. That was actually pretty amazing, not just... I mean, you don't really see Molten turn out like this all the time.
You never see Molten turn out like this. You'll see maybe one player being dominant and holding the map at ransom, but you don't often see the back and forth like we just saw.
Yeah, exactly. And I think me asking to redo the map. Because like when we started map 1, I was actually saying back to lobby so we could get our Lucky in to cast it with me. But they didn't see that, so they kept playing. And Fuzzy won that map, and now Fuzzy lost the series 2-0.
Well, Fuzzy's an admin. He'll deal with it.
Well, I ruined his Sunday, I guess.
So Shrulez picks up the win on that. Congratulations, Shrulez.
Yeah.
Because that was 2-0. Now, it looks like we're going to be on to the next game early. I haven't actually looked at the schedule yet tonight, so please bear with me. Which is Hamo v Knight, if I read the dossier correctly.
Yes, it should be.
Knight coming off of a win last week, and Hamo haven't really seen much of his playing, but I imagine it's going to be lots of thought in it.
Yeah.
Let's try to think of the right nice word. We've had I've had the Shannon Speed series on the TV all day, so my head's in a completely different headspace today. Yeah, so Knight has been trying out a new game style, it seems like, where he's not going for the what he's been accused of in the past of being quite a defensive player. He's been going a lot more on the attack. And Hamo just, classic Hamo. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see, how he goes.
Actually, it will be. After that, we have her against our Lucky, so I can get the select the right games, the overlay.
Yep, we got Knight jumping in. And hey, Fuzzy, how's it going?
Good evening. Good evening. How are we,
So-
fellas?
Pretty good, mate. It's okay. I can actually find a photo of you as well that can be put up to embarrass you.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep,
I'll put
there
the
we
stream
are.
up
Got
then.
it. I'll send it. I'll send it through to you, mate.
Oh,
Sorry, Fuzzy, that
I'm not-
I took the win of you. by you
that's
playing.
right. Anyone other than Shrulez, I would have been, but Shrulez, we go way back.
Okay.
That's fine. No, we're not stressed.
I'm pretty sure I got the right person. I'm pretty sure that's a photo of Fuzzy.
Okay.
I don't want to look, but I will look and tell you.
It's okay. I sent it direct, mate. You're gonna miss.
Yeah.
good.
you will see when you see. Actually, I will be putting this up now.
So I was just saying, Fuzzy, we had we had Knight with his new aggressive persona and playstyle last week. Now taking on Hamo. I haven't seen much of Hamo recently. What are you thinking? How's Hamo looking coming into this matchup?
Well, Hamo's just Hamo, right? Like he never seems to practice, but he always seems to perform. So
Are you accusing him of aliasing?
potentially. But no. Hamo's Hamo's one of those players. He's just he's a really consistent player as long as he's not on the wines too much. We'll say that.
Or if he's on the wines just the right amount.
Just the right. True. Yeah, he likes trying to like balance. I think right on the edge between a little too much and just not quite enough. There's a real fine line there. But Hamo is the master there of hitting that. But I'm not between these two. Honestly, I'd favor Knight. I have played Knight a little bit recently, and he's on fire. Like he's not missing. He is just reading the game so well. And well, he's the champion coming into this tourney, winning the last
So Fuzzy,
AQL. So
did I
yes.
get the right photo for you?
Do you see it?
I didn't get straight on. Hang on.
Doesn't look at his own work.
No, of course not. Yes, that's from back on. Okay, yes, that is the right one.
It's also a big
God.
a big picture, so it.
Thanks for that, Dazblock. I appreciate that.
No problems. That was actually Zenith Photographies that did that one, not one of my photos. I just
Not
happened to have it on file.
Is your question why you've got photos of all of us on file? Or is it just for emergencies like this?
For emergencies like this.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
Come prepared.
Yeah, for emergencies, that's point.
All right, let's stop talking crap. Let's look at the let's look at the set.
Yeah. So
let's look at the big bands.
Yeah, so Knight going on to Deep Embrace, Hamo picking Insomnia, and then runner up on CK. Not a common set, let's say that.
No.
Knight, he's got Athena. I played Knight Athena on this map earlier on today, and it was brutal. So based off that purely, I'm giving this to Knight here on this one. Hamo's got the Eisen, but Knight was just playing this map so well. He knows the spawns in and out, and if
honestly,
he doesn't,
I was gonna say no surprise with Hamo taking an Anarchy on Corrupted Keep either.
Yeah. I'd say it's a pick I think Hamo likes. It depends on when we get to the third map, right? That's what I think what this is going to all boil down to. Moving on to the Insomnia, we got Knight on Ranger. Hamo bring out the Visor. I think last time we saw him playing, he was bringing out the Visor again, and he made it work on this map. But, you know, is the mobility of the Ranger here going to be a turning factor for Knight?
Yeah,
Insomnia being quite a small map, do you really need? Is that site going to be too much of an advantage for Hamo here? Especially considering the traversal speed that Knight will be able to get around here.
I mean, it's a good counter because, yeah, you got the speed of being able to get out of dodge quickly. And yes, it is a small map, and being able to see where your opponent's going to go is going to have its advantages. But there's that much crap between you and your opponent that moving into a position to take advantage of that site could be quite challenging for Hamo, coupled with the speed of Knight's Ranger.
I think it'll all boil down to how much Knight sort of respects that. Hamo he's got really strong aim, right? He's going to hit those rails, especially when he's got that sight. So I think Knight's going to have to be really cautious of when he hears that. So he's going to have to listen out for that vision, and when it pops, he's going to have to respect it, right? Like Hamo's not going to miss those shots when he gets the free shot with walls, and so it's really going to boil down to.
On that map, he is going to hear that. He will.
All right. Well, both players are ready to go, so let's kick this off. Deep Embrace, our first map of set 2.
Yes.
Set 2, week 2 of the QDC Split 1. And we're going to be going in. I reckon we've got to give respect to last week's surprise entertainer. I reckon we need to be following Knight off the spawn for this one.
Yeah, Thing is always an exciting champion, right, to follow off the start. You can get some, especially when you got those hooks grappling around this map. Good for the verticality as well. This is a map which pretty much the entire map is multi-layered.
It's a fast-paced map as well. There's plenty of spaces for Knight to swing off of, but we are going to have Eisen's turret out and about, blocking off those escape routes. Yeah, it may not do the damage, but it might be enough to slow Knight down so that the deadly LG and rail of Hamo can find its target.
So that, and also Hamo's just going to get the intel right from that turret. It's going to just make just the sound cues from it alone will be enough to, and we immediately see here a really fast hook, immediately taking in this center ground. And I like to see this picking up that center shard before moving around to heavy, puts that little bit of extra delay on the item, and Knight, good rotation here. We'll be hearing that LG from Hamo above, and Hamo going for that rail, and Knight's already punishing with that first shot. Good connection, and straight into high ground, turret taken out. No real
positioning
damage.
of Timmy, as we were mentioning prior to the games, has given Hamo a ton of information. The rail was there and waiting for him.
Yeah, and that's saved. Hamo got that free mega tri-bolt, not connecting, and Hamo rocket jumped up. He almost misses that, but he does catch on, and there you go. That one rail was enough for Hamo to take both items here. Knight holding a beautiful angle, direct rocket, and stacks it, evened up immediately.
One rail was enough to give complete control to Hamo with the map.
And then one rocket was enough to put us even again. Now Hamo's the one with high ground though. Turret up top as well. Beautiful tri-bolt. And I like this from Knight. He's positioning himself on this side of the map here. So he's in between Hamo and that mega. That would have been a really nice rail to hit. That would have crippled Hamo, but alas, nothing there. Let's hit that second one. And a third one there from Knight. Beautiful. Rail after rail after rail. And there's the first frag, a minute and a half in.
That was that deadly accuracy we were seeing last week coming back out again.
Yeah, Knight's feels like he's been on fire right now with his aim, and another clean shot. Hamo gets a bit of damage off the shotgun. This is what I was saying before, right, with Knight knowing this map so well. He knows these spawns. It's immediate spawn rail. Hamo's going to be really careful, because after all these kills, look at this. He's going to be immediately in position to try and get that spawn rail. Immediate. Hamo taking that 90 damage. It's such a frustrating situation to be in, right? If you're the one who's getting killed and then immediately losing 90 stack, but this goes half your armor, and beautiful tri-bolt as well.
It's just all the right damage in just the right spots. And there's really no answer Hamo has at the moment for it. He's got to keep trying to get in there. He's got to keep trying to chip away at this stack that Knight's building for himself. But the rail from Knight is just so punishing.
So that's Hamo's problem right now. He needs to be able to get into this position. He gets a good rocket, and there we go. The follower actually does get the kill. It is a mutual, and Hamo there. Not the one with the spawn, though, is the problem. Knight gets the right side, and he's picked up all the weapons from that fight, too. Hamo's got the LG. He's doing good damage with it, but Knight had the stack advantage.
7 HP isn't going to be enough to get the job done.
Hamo secures Mega, but, oh, the machine gun. I'd say, yeah, what cost does he get that?
He might as well not have picked it up at all. He gave Knight the timing of it and took absolutely no advantage from it whatsoever.
Well, he has left Knight low enough, though, after that fight, where Knight's not really able to contest, but look at that, immediate direct, and...
Doesn't matter if you're taking rockets straight to your lower jaw.
I like that turret there from Hamo. Actually, he knows Knight's sort of in this area, so sort of uses that as a distraction. Hamo doesn't want to sort of like push out there in case Knight's with the rail angle ready to go. Obviously, he didn't know Knight didn't have a rail at that time. And with rails like that, I don't blame him for not wanting to peek it.
But he's still just hopping those rails from Knight.
Yeah, both players trading rails. Hamo coming out on top. He's both in position for this heavy. And he's got a much better stack here. Knight sort of sitting a little bit more on these backsides of the map. Hamo controlling this map, but right now it's a question of, is he going to contest with this item? Mega's up. Will Knight try and push in here using the hook? I don't think he will. That LG was enough to force him off. And oh, Hamo! He's made a bit of a blunder there. He forgot about the speed of the Athena. He will still get this kill, but he's taken a lot of damage. He's lost the Mega as well because of it.
Can he turn this around into a stream of frags is going to be the question. Knight Rail says not right now, and Hamo is so low. And Knight's looking so good after that exchange.
And it's not connecting with the rail. There's a nice rail through the floor there, but it really meant nothing. And there we go. That's that immediate spawn rail. And Hamo's in such a bad spot here. And the missed rail lets his chance to get out. He does. Once they miss that rail there, you cannot hesitate. You've got to just run. Knight, you're going to keep pushing. There's a huge stack advantage right now, and Hamo's desperate for armor somewhere.
Somewhere, anywhere, but Knight's not leaving it up to him, and this is where some of the advantages of being a lighter champ comes into place. He's got more armor on the map to play with, especially with the lights. Any damage he takes, he's able just to take that resource away from Hamo. It's gonna make Hamo's comeback all the more harder.
Oh, missed shots from both players there. That could have cost Hamo a frag, and he's going to just try and push in. He actually does steal away that Mega, but no armor to his name. The LG, huge amounts of damage, pushing up the jump pad, hits another rail. Hamo just trying to survive here. Rockets spamming out, not connecting. Knight dropping down actually, and gives Hamo a chance to escape, but oh, he's run straight into again, missed rail. And
Hamo's so lucky that rail didn't connect.
oh, Hamo making a whole bunch of... Oh, and he gets caught out. I think Knight heard the rocket jump and assumed that he made it up top to heavy, so he decided to go the other way, but he actually missed the rocket jump.
I was going to ask what happened there, because Hamo's silhouette was doing all sorts of weird things.
Good little bit of machine gun here, but he has to be really careful. If he takes one rail here, that's the end for him. He gets caught by the LG. Nice little pin, and look at this. He's immediately in position for that spawn rail, and again, he does not miss those. He knows them perfectly. And this must be really frustrating for Hamo at this point. Like, it's so hard. Another rail. Hamo 1 HP. He's just trying to push in here, do some damage, just try and get something to work for him.
I'd argue at this point in the game, Hamo isn't even thinking about Deep Embrace anymore. Hamo's thinking about the next map.
Yeah, that, or he's hoping you can just get some Hail Mary play. Because, you know, this is a map where you can chain frags together really, really fast. Like, this is, like, 12-2 looks like a massive score, especially with only a little less than 4 minutes to go. But if Hamo can get a clean kill and then start chaining these together, that's slim chance, but it's doable. Yeah, he needs to make a play now.
Especially since 10 of those frags were done within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. I think also Knight's going to make that real difficult being on the Athena. Right, he's got the speed to just like get away from these angles, and like right now, right, he's just wasting time in these fights, right? He's just doing a bit of damage. Okay, yeah, Hamo got that Mega, but it's not too big of a deal. Knight knows about the turret. He's going to clear that away. Still survived after all that.
The players, it's still relatively even. Shotgun nerf is tormenting Knight here.
That's right. He could take one extra rail there, which he knew, so that's why he was sticking around. And again, that's all just time extra wasted, right? That's 1 minute gone, and or 1 frag tonight. Nice drive-by rail from Hamo. If he can get one more, that'll be a kill. But Knight is gonna try and run.
one
Yeah.
more kill to try and start something, because we said that it was still doable, the comeback, but
That was doable with 4
longer
minutes left. With 2.5 minutes, I think we're a bit past it here now. I think yeah, for Hamo now, it's definitely you know, this was Knight's map pick, so for him, he was, you know, like, as I say, this is a map I know, yeah, Knight plays extremely well, and you've seen it here. He's playing a little bit of rocket floor. It doesn't matter though. Again, time wasted.
commentator's curse.
Oh, here's this Hamer's chance.
Knight plays it
Not quite.
extremely well.
Oh, almost into the hole. Sync error almost claims one, but not going to happen. Nice rail too there from Hamo and Knight. He's just going to keep running. This is what's so annoying. Oh, the turret placement, but shoddy. Good weapon choice there from Knight to just kill it as quick as possible. Hamo just pushing him with rail. He wants to get something, but nothing. And immediate. Again, that spawn rail. It is so punishing that. That's what, if you die in there, you're guaranteed to take a rail. Another nice kill.
Who's it? Salty Pepper is accusing Knight of using wall hacks. Of course he is.
Look, on this map, it feels like it. Like when I was playing him today, it felt like it. It's just like he just knows this map so well, and it's just like, what do you do? It's such a hard spot to be in.
It's like the old arrow walk from the Quake World and Quake 3 days, and Quake Live. I assume it was played there as well. Such a tight, small, fast-paced map where if you're fighting someone who just knows their stuff, it feels like there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
And that's what Knight's doing to Hamo right now.
Yeah.
I think
And the thing is, like, these two are pretty evenly matched players, I would say. Like, I think Knight will take the edge a bit, but I'd say Hamo is definitely can bring it to him and could definitely take a map off here. This is just one of those maps where once you get into the situation that Knight's put Hamo in, there's almost nothing you can do. Like, no matter how good you are of a player, it's just you can't get off spawn, you can't get the weapons, you can't get the stack. You get punished for all these little angles, and just because of that, there's literally no way to get back into the map.
Yeah.
And so I think this map was sort of lost. You know, as soon as Knight sort of started to get control, Knight audio there not working as he thought. And we come up behind him, shoddy.
Doesn't matter though. 10 seconds left. He's not getting the frags required to turn this around.
Hamo though with the last frag of the match, so you know there's something for him. But yeah, really really strong showing from Knight, and I think yeah that's what sort of we expected a little bit there from that map.
Makes me scared of what's going to happen going forwards.
Well, I think he's going to have the Hamo's definitely not have an advantage, but it's going to be a bit of a more even playing field here coming on to Insomnia. Champions are going to be a little bit more sort of evenly matched up, right? Like he's not going to be playing against the speed here of the Athena. They're going to be, you know, pretty close still. I'd say Ranger does have the edge with the orb and being able to rock jump a lot easier.
Yeah, it's
a hard one to call still. Like as I don't think that showing is just that I don't think it's set in stone for Knight to take this 2-0. Even though that was such a strong showing from him just then.
The burst damage that Ranger has is a big thing on Insomnia, though. I know, especially in the lower divisions, the popular pick for Insomnia is Ranger or Death Knight, purely because tight corridors, it's so easy to land that burst damage. So that could play a real big part of this, especially if Knight keeps up the aggressive play that we've seen from him.
Well, it'd be interesting to see, yeah, whether or not how he plays also around this site too. Like, you could set good traps using site. If Hamo can catch him off somewhere, if Knight sort of he's a little bit careless running around the corner. Anyway, both players are ready. We're going to jump straight into it.
I
Yes,
will warn you guys, I may have to disappear in a moment to play some Quake. But I'll warn you before I hit the quit match button, as we're going to dive into Insomnia, Hamo versus Knight.
So who are you giving the edge to on this one? Are you giving Knight the 2-0 or?
I'm giving Knight the 2-0
yeah.
to be perfectly honest.
Look, well, I think it'll be close. I do think, yeah, Knight will.
Champ pick and change to his play style. I think Hamo is
And
still
Hamo didn't change champion, I don't believe. He did not.
fantastic. I believe Hamo's probably still in the mindset of classic defensive Knight, and he's going to formulate his game plan around that,
Round
whereas
begins
Knight
in 3,
is a changed player at the moment. And the combination of Ranger with that burst damage that is going to be so effective close in, I know we're not meant to pick favourites, but I'm putting my channel points on Knight at the moment.
All right. So Hamo
What about you,
has
Fuzzy?
now swapped. All right, we're gonna. Yeah. Look, honestly, I think I agree. Well, I think this will be closer.
So
I think
have we
Knight will be the one to
have we just commentator cursed Knight to lose this match? Have we?
potentially. Look, if we want to see a third map, then hopefully. But no,
Hopefully, we've ruined his chances of winning.
yeah, everyone loves the underdog story, right?
We've built him up enough, and we've blown that much smoke up
Yeah,
his
and
rear
now he's going to come
that he's
crashing
going to
down.
lose. Yeah, and we're going to get a fantastic map 3 out of it.
Yeah, map 3 would be interesting. Galena versus Anarchy, but that's not the thing we're worrying about right now. Insomnia. The players are on the correct champions.
Take it away, Fuzzy.
All right, let's start on Hamo. Let's see what he's got for us.
round begins in 3, 2, 1.
And we are kicking off. Hamo here. Gets LG, and he's actually just going to push straight in with his nail. And with the side advantage, I don't hate this push, but Knight doesn't miss a single shot. Nail's not quite connecting, and that does mean that, yeah, that fake out pretty much is what won Knight that engagement. Hamo turned to look at it, he wasn't sure, and Knight just connecting with rail after rail. Great swap to machine gun here. And I don't think there's any way Hamo gets out of here alive. And no, there we go. Knight clearing up very, very quick 2-0 on this map. And Hamo's still pushing. Knight's not healthy, but well, he is now. So now it depends on whether or not Hamo can defend this great rail. Taking one direct as Hamo leaves, and the rail's not connecting. I say that though as the final one to connect to Hamo. Still trying to fake the double back, and Knight, he didn't fall for it. He was ready. It's another frag Knight. Beautiful rock jump.
Is good luck, Knight and Hamo, with the rest of these. I will be back later.
All right, thank you very much for coming along. We'll keep it going for you. And right now, Knight, he is just controlling this map really well. He has actually left Hamo to get that mega, but immediately taking a rail. Hamo, again, not critically low, but no armor to his name at all. Knight, still a huge stack, and he's got Hamo pinned in this corner. Patiently trying to take that shot, doesn't connect, and actually Hamo is the one who gets that first rail off. Can he get the defense if he can? Orb comes through. Rockets from both players are good, but they are better from Knight. The stack there, saving him. Going 4-0 up, and just moments before heavy as well. And Hamo's just trying to push in here, trying to get this. Oh, beautiful rocket, almost a direct. 96 damage, and Hamo again on the back foot. He spent so much of this map just trying to fall back from Knight, trying to get into a position where he can take a fight. LG is strong. And Knight holding this. Hamo railable. Now both players railable. Can Hamo get this one to get the kill? This is his chance to get on the board. He does fall back. He doesn't want to risk with that. Know how crisp Knight's aim has been. But not only that, he's managed to keep Knight on that sort of side of the map, which has meant that he's able to run over there, get that, wow, nice tri-bolt, and the followed up rail, and that heavy meant nothing. Hamo is actually just going to try and rocket jump up. Tri-bolt again. Beautiful zoning damage there. Just prevents Hamo from pushing through. It means Knight, he's free to just run through here, and he's actually going to rocket jump up. Beautiful use. Rocket into orb. Didn't need it. Great direct rail as well. Knight is just on fire right now. He's just not stopping. Beautiful. Oh, Hamo with the beautiful double direct from on the floor. But unfortunately for him, it is a mutual. He does get the better spawn in this situation, though, but he's just pushing straight into Knight. Knight's now got the LG. He's got the better stack. Knight's got rockets and LG. Can Hamo do anything with this now? Again, he's just going to try and run out there. The LG to try and pin him. Not enough. Hamo will escape with his life. And a Mega in tow as well. he's still just pushing in. Nail gun again. We're going to see a repeat of that first frag, but this time Knight didn't have the orb ready to fake him out, and the nails are strong. Emo starting to bring this back. 2-6. He's caught him off spawn here. If he can land another rail and get that kill, he does not. Knight just doing a little bit of machine gun damage just to try and keep Hamo at bay. That tri-bolt again from Knight. Knight's tri-bolt is phenomenal. He's got some of the best tri-bolt, honestly, I think, in this league. It's just... So, look how much damage he's just done. It's like 200 damage alone of just tri-bolt. Just trying to zone Hamo off. And now, whether or not Hamo can stay in position, he's just heard that. Hamo is dead here, yeah. The orb does come out, which is a bit overkill, but I think he's wanted to secure that frag. Maybe not realizing quite how much tri-bolt he connected on him. And Knight again, he's got the stack. Rail connects for Hamo. He does need more damage before he can commit to this fight, and yeah, he's wisely going to back off there. Can he get to this item in time? He cannot. Knight catches him out just as he goes up the jump pad. Good rocket pushing him back, and oh, the rail. Good shot from both players, but Knight not railable, while Hamo was 8-2 right now. And Knight, he just isn't missing. 68% rail right now coming out of him. This is a scary thing to be up against. And Hamo just pushing in here with the shoddy. Actually, the orb comes out, and Knight uncharacteristic misses from him. I think maybe the pressure there of Hamo just pushing into his face got to him a bit, and maybe this is the chance for Hamo to get. Oh my god, the rails though, they just keep coming every time Hamo pulls around the corner. He takes one, and oh, I do like how Hamo tried to sneak in there, but again, look at that, 2 more rails, and you barely even saw him for either of them, and it feels like Hamo's just picked up no stack whatsoever, and Knight now with the high ground, just trying to zone down with the tri-bolt. Good rail there from Hamo, and yeah, smart actually there from Knight. He opts to just fall back. He doesn't even want to get that mega. Hamo would be able to get an angle on it, or if he pushed up that jump pad, it would be it, and here we go. This should be a kill for Hamo. Knight, crucially low. Hamo's hunting. Oh, but the tri-bolt again. And the orb to escape. I love it. Hamo, though, he's pushing straight in. The LG is strong from both players. Oh, Knight running out of bullets in the last second. One more cell, I think, would have done that. Maybe 2, but doesn't matter. He reads the positioning so well of Hamo. Here's the jump pad. Tri-bolt up top. And another kill in Knight's name. In a situation which looks so dire for him. He was so low. It looked like Hamo had everything he needed to get this comeback going. We still have 4 minutes left here. But with 7 frags in this, Hamo is the one with a much better stack. And he's going to be able to push Knight off this heavy. Right now, I think Knight just wants to sort of play to wind down this clock a little bit. Doesn't want to take any fights until he can get some armor. Hamo, no, it doesn't make the jump over. Alright, he's going to hear this. This is going to be a trap. Not a huge amount of damage off that first one. The second one's not bad. Tri-bolt, not really connecting. The second lot of tri-bolt, though, good damage. And wow, Knight, he does so much damage in that. Hamo survived on... Was he on 1 HP, potentially, in there? He was on 101 afterwards, so... So close. That's the biggest problem Hamo's having right now. It's like, even when he wins these fights, Knight is just oh, Knight orbing straight onto him with the shotgun. I know Ranger Orb Shoddy is a powerful tool, but maybe a little bit reckless there from him. I know he wants to be seen as a more aggressive player, but he certainly is showing it, though. Hamo pushing in here with the LG. The nail's not connecting from Knight. And if he can hit this rail, that should be a nice kill. And Knight just dancing with death, but Hamo dropping onto him. He actually picks up the armor, and beautiful pickup. Beautiful kill. And this is coming back 4-frag game. Hamo playing really well this second half, actually. His, it does help that, Knight isn't quite hitting every single rail, and he's not giving them chances too, is the other thing. Listening out for him. Like this, both players now go inside. We're going to probably run into a bit of an engagement here. Hamo going down that side just so he doesn't make the sound. Pushes out. Nice push, but oh, the rockets and then the orb follow-up from Knight. It's just so much damage. That's such a dangerous move to make against a Ranger, just for that exact one reason, right? You can get sort of 250 damage hit by you in an instant. And we saw that just then, and Hamo deleted. I think Knight just got a glimpse of him there. Hamo pushing through, and even though Knight right now, he's got the advantage, he doesn't have to fight any of these fights. He can just keep running back. As Hamo does damage like that, he can just sort of go back through, pick up these items, 2 more rails, Nothing's missing again, and going to catch Hamo here off spawn as well. And Hamo, he's just trying to push in here. Shoddy out. Not actually health. He's got a lot of armor, but just not quite enough. The orb does pick it up as well, and he gets out of there without taking a single hint of damage. And Hamo coming out with desperation plays now. And this is going to be GG tonight. Oh, there's a little tricky little jump I didn't know about. And yeah, Knight's just been playing this so well with the using that orb to either escape, fake Hamo out, get that extra damage. He's used a bit of everything right now, and it's just working really well against Hamo. And I feel like the site just hasn't brought as much to the table, maybe as what Hamo would have liked. Good catch out here with the LG. A lot of damage in return, and oh, again, Hamo, he keeps getting so close, but not quite enough. Knight's just going to fall back, and after each of these engagements, he's always got something to fall back on. Again, the orb just to distract, right? Like, Hamo had to decide, like, is he going to take it? And if he didn't look, Knight may have taken it. And he would have been up right next to him with a rocket in his face. It's such a hard predicament to be in, and Knight, again, just going to fall back. 30 seconds left. Anyway, this game is done. Knight taking this 2-0. Hamo rocket jumping up the end. Hey, there we go. There's a nice kill at the end.
Yeah, a 2-0 as you rightfully said. I think, I don't know if Knight was the favorite by this much of a margin, but yeah.
Well, Knight was the champion, you know, coming into this one
Okay,
last
so he kind of was.
last major tournament. So Knight has been playing extremely well recently, and I think this sort of bit of a shift for him to playing a bit more aggressive has actually been helping him out. As I said, he's always had the name of being a very passive sort of player, and I think this newfound aggression that he's showing really has been benefiting him quite a lot. And he's been looking, it looks natural to him, I feel. So yeah, that's GG's to those guys. We've got one more set still on for the night.
Yes, that will be Lure against RR Lucky. Sorry for my absence and letting you solo cast this, kinda.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
I was trying to fix the overlay, and I think it wasn't even something that I could have fixed, to be honest. No, I couldn't. I think I really... Yeah.
So is it working now? Or have we got or is it just not at all? That's right, we can keep them updated.
Now it works again out of the nothing. I did nothing. I changed literally 0 things.
That's how computers work. You know how it is.
Yeah, I didn't even turn it off and on again. But yeah, now we're up to match 2, as you rightfully hinted. It's Lure against RR Lucky. I'm not sure if they have done picks and bans already.
So we're just waiting for Lure to get online here.
They have, so let's jump into that and see what they've picked and banned while Lure is coming online.
All right, so where are we starting now? We're starting out Molten Falls, picked by Lure. Interesting, but you can see the double light matchup here. Lure bringing Nyx, that's a classic pick for him.
Yeah. And
Lucky on the Athena. We've seen Athena already today. It's worked out quite well.
I think the best advantage for the Athena in that matchup is, or advantage, but the strength of the Athena in that matchup is taking up time vials, which can massively reduce the use of Ghost Rock for the Nyx. But otherwise, like, the hooks itself don't boast as big of an advantage for the Athena as they do on a map like Blood Covenant. Yet, she still should be maneuvering around a lot quicker when she swings, for example, through the TP and then speeds over to LG.
I'd say I think the speed of having those hook and then the swing of the hook, I just say, is going to be the major point. Yeah, because there's a lot of spots. While this is, it's a 3-level map, it's very easy to get between a lot of these levels. There's not it's pretty easy to get from the bottom level to top level. You know, you've got the teleporter in the middle, jump pads everywhere. So there's not many situations where you sort of need that verticality. But yeah, the speed of being able to, and also just taking away those time vials could be the biggest key right here. You know, Nyx, a lot of players like to, you don't do anything right until you get that Ghost Walk back up. It's such a crucial tool to have, and once you do have it, then it gives you that safety net to take a fight, and if you make a mistake, you've got that safety net, and it just prevents you from keep falling. It basically saves you that extra frag, right? And if you're in the lead, then you get the same thing of you've basically got to they have to effectively get 2 kills, right? So but yeah, as you say, Athena's gonna be able to eat up all of these hooks. So eat up all the vials with her hooks.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, so the Athena basically is quicker, but the Nyx can avoid fights more easily.
Well, yeah, what do you think about the Nyx on this map? Like, I
think it's a very good pick. Like, if it's
you like it on this map?
Yes, because like she can maneuver without the need of using her ability from nail to shotgun. She can do some other jumps as well on this map, some neat stuff. And Nyx in general is just, it's a super versatile champion because using the Ghost Walk at the right timing is always going to result in a big surprise. So I think it's kind of even. It just, if the Nyx is favoring your playstyle better, then I think she's the stronger champion for you as a player, and the same goes for the Athena. Whereas the same goes completely for strong against ranger. Like, there is not a complete, like, there's not one champion of the two which is better than the other, period.
Yeah, I think that's
very close.
Is that like probably like the most probably evenly matched up common set you see? The Awoken, actually I think because Shrulez and I had that as our third map. Awoken Ranger both strike. It's just such a classic matchup. Both champions have such great utility, especially on a map like Awoken. And yeah, it's very hard to pick a favorite out of those.
Yeah, I think though that the Galena is actually the better pick for Insomnia when it goes to a map 3. Because it's hard to hunt, it's not hard to know where your opponent is. It's hard to make the right decision to cut his way off, because it's so angled, the map, that even knowing where your opponent is going is not going to help you, because if he's listening, he'll just turn around and you just see him turn around and still can't hit him with the visor as well. But we will see, actually. Okay, Lure is online.
There is it. Perfect. Yeah, as we saw with the visor on Insomnia just before from Hamo, it's just wasn't able to get the utility out of it. I don't think the advantage of having that sight was enough for him in that situation. And whether or not, Lucky, obviously in this case, right, Lure won't have that damaging ability that Knight had, so he won't be able to just burst him down and set traps as well as what Knight was able to. But yeah, that being said, it's if Galena can set up well, just having that extra stack or having those totems to use in a fight, depends on how he plans on using them. It'd be interesting to see.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, so that's it for the picks and bans, I'd actually say. We have the players in lobby.
And players are ready to kick us off, so
let's kick off.
We're going to launch into Molten Falls' first map. Who are you putting your channel points on?
I would, speaking of channel points, I will start a prediction. I would put them actually on, I think I would put them on
This is such a hard, I want to lean towards Lure, because I think Lure's going to be fundamentally, I think, is going to have the better game.
Yeah.
But I think Lucky is going to be hitting harder. So, and I know Lure is a big fan of the Nyx, and we've seen Lure before work wonders with that champion.
Exactly. This is also why I'm going with that, because I think he's just him and Nyx is just fitting so well together. He's not really making any mistakes while playing too aggressive. He might miss out on some opportunities while being overly defensive here and there, but he's not really the guy who's making tons of mistakes in game. So I think he'll have it.
Well, anyway, saying on that, let's start on Lucky and see what and how he's going to go going catching up. You know, you'd love to see some good Athena movement around some of these maps, and Lucky probably the ideal spawn for him here as well. He gets the rail and heavy. I know he's going to be a big fan of this railgun. The railgun LG is going to be best friends during the set. And immediately opting to play quiet here, just knows lure, got the intel on where, but now just wants to go get this LG. Potentially even be able to catch lure off up top. Will have heard that jump pad. Both items synced. There's not going to be any fun plays here between item timings. And it looks like both players are going to just sort of opt to play passive on the other side of the map and try and take the opponent's items. Very slow start. It'll be interesting if this is going to be, have Lucky's going to sort of pick up the pace a bit here. Here we go. Has got the sound now, and right now himself, he hasn't made a single bit of noise. So Lure's got no idea where Lucky is, and Lucky's so patient, just sitting on this underground area here, waiting for Lure to make that first mistake, catching Lure off. Doesn't want to even swap weapons here. Oh, he's made that tiny little thank you, and that's enough. And yep, Lure's heard it. Rails from both players missing, and there we go. Lure, first shot, hook out. Doesn't want to risk taking a second shot, and Lucky's actually trying to opt in to take a bit of an aggressive fight here, and that last rail that could have been really bad, but fortunately for Lucky, doesn't connect, and again, we're going to have both players fall back onto their items. Oh, lovely play from Lure, just holding that angle. Yeah,
I think if Lure's actually hitting that rail on the stairs, he might just push a little bit to punish Mega and make it basically a no pickup for our Lucky, but now he's trying to punish the light armor pickup and does so. Beautiful rail, mitigates more than what he picked up with it, but the rockets from our Lucky are good, not good enough, and now is what really couldn't happen for our Lucky. Lure has the lead, so now Lure can just play around our Lucky's rotation, punish as every step. In some sort, he plays a little bit like Kilson in that regard. He's not moving around the map as much as Kilson does, but he's really just looking to punish his opponent's rotation and be safe himself. And now he's probably, we'll see Lure live on that side of the map now for the rest of the match.
Yeah, honestly, I think, Lure, as you say, Lure's going to be happy just to sit on this side. He's got everything he sort of needs. And it's such a strong position to be. And Lucky's going to take the fight from above. Not really connecting anything. And just having this armor is going to be the biggest, the most crucial part, right? He can, while both having the heavy and being able to try and deny that light shard over in rail there. So if Lure takes a bad fight, he's got that armor to fall back on. And look at this, he's not exploring any further out than he needs to. We'll have just heard. Yeah, he's heard Lucky, and Lucky's smart. He's jumped straight in. Oh, nice rail as he fades away. Oh, the tri-ball, absolutely perfect. Full connection there. 90 damage. It's immediately crippled all the armor off Lucky again.
Yeah, and I like the fact as well that Lure is not forfeiting items as well, so he keeps some sort of proactivity in his game, and even just tries to cut off rotation. This was a little bit of a fumble, I think. He didn't mean to fall down, because in the end it took him a lot of stack. Nice. Oh, now could be the time to engage, and does Lucky all-ins this. And there you go, the direct rocket onto the light armor, and the rotation is being taken over by the Athena now. And now
Lure did get the spawn there for the Mega, so, but we might see a reverse, right? So we saw Lure, the one hanging around by that heavy side of the map. Oh, beautiful rocket, and Lucky should probably be pushing this, honestly. Oh, especially now after hitting that rail. Lure's 1 HP, there's still no Ghost Walk. He's heard the hook, needs to just run, and rail out, risky choice. If he missed that, I think he was dead, but he trusts his aim, hits the shot, and takes that frag. 2-1 now. Lucky in the lead. And still have to stay on this side of the map, actually, and hasn't yet gone around to sort of engage. Lure's now got his spot. Lucky hearing the noise, but Lure, he's not wanting to push in just yet. Just trying to fake it out with a bit of a sound cue. And again, we see really slow play. which is what I would have expected coming out of Lua. But Lucky, I thought, was going to maybe sort of try and pick up the pace a bit, take the aggression to Lua, but he's also opting just to take it slow.
I mean, they've been trading items for the last 2 rotations now as well. It seems like they are both very happy with being safe and not like being the one who.
So yeah, the question is one player going to start? Oh, here we go. Oh, good Ghost Walk. I like that the Evac immediately popped there. Didn't wait till he'd taken a heap of damage, thinking, oh, maybe. He knows Lewis. Knows Lucky's got that really good aim. Doesn't want to get caught out. And now's a good chance for Lucky if he can catch him out here, like he may have just done there. Nice. Oh, but the defensive rocket from Lua may have just saved his life. Lucky pushing in. Good rail. Mega's up. Oh, nice fadeaway there too. Lua get another shot in. Can Lucky get to this heavy in time? Can, but Lua's above. Rockets raining down from the heavens, and nothing's connecting. Lucky so low. He's actually railed. Oh, not quite. And Lucky surviving there in a situation where maybe he shouldn't have. I don't think Lua actually had any damage on him in that fight. So yeah, there's a rail though. And now railable, and yeah, he should have probably hooked out in that situation. Doesn't want to stay out in the open any longer than need to be. Lua tying us back up 2-2. And this might be the first full rotation of items, I think, from any player yet. Oh, beautiful fadeaway rail. Lucky.
Yeah.
Left on next to nothing.
Exactly, and I like the fake rocket jump as well from Lure there, trying to force our Lucky to go in the wrong direction, and Lucky didn't even hear it because he was that far away from him. Lure now tries to be a little bit aggressive. I think he can certainly afford that good weapon choice, and there you go.
I would have actually liked to see Lucky maybe not take that rail at Lua, because I don't think Lua realized where Lucky was. But as soon as that rail went off, Lua knew exactly where he was and then just pushed in and cleaned up a free frag.
Might not have
but here we go, 2 nice rails.
Have he lost, actually? Oh, I didn't think that was necessary, and now gonna make his way over and almost ringed him out there. There wouldn't be any hook on our Lucky as well to save him. I think he would have been out for sure if that didn't happen, but he pressed the S key and held onto it a lot.
Both players there are so lucky to be alive. Missed rails from both, and oh, good pushing with the LG, huge damage. And that one missed rail cost Lucky another frag. 4-2 now, and heavy again. Nice tribal here just to try and get that chip damage.
Pristine for Lure this match. Like, no mistakes on that front.
Yeah, I would say it's like perfect weapon choice, but yeah, Lucky just when they hit the shots, they hit the shots. Not much you can do about it in that situation. And Lucky bringing this back to a 1 frag game again. 2.5 minutes to go. Lua does still have this Ghost Walk though, which could potentially be a big factor. Well, it's saying still a little bit early, especially for, playing against such a fast champion like the Athena. A bit early to start trying to like turtle in the back of the map, but look at the stack that Lua has. Lucky still desperate to get any form of armor. Cannot take any fight right now. Just listening out.
Yeah, and Lure really should do what he's doing right now. Be there for that mega health, because even if he loses the fight damage-wise, if he just picks up the item and they end up on the somewhat even stack, he's still the winner because Lucky has no resources, anything. Ghostwalk used a little bit too late. He didn't preserve much of his stack, but he still has a safe pathway to the heavy. And he will get that, so he's still in the stack advantage. But now without the Ghostwalk, this is the time window that our Lucky needs to actually fight. He denies a lot of time vials, and if he picks up that light armor, that's the key moment. Now he has basically even stack, and if he knows where Lure is going to be, he can just go. Lure is not going to go for this item. He will just look to rail, shoot one, disappear. For sure. And he doesn't hit, and our Lucky can push, but Lure with the plasma is not doing anything, and maybe he showed his face a little bit too long. Clutch rails coming out there from our Lucky, and he's tying it back up, and look at the stack difference now. This is the worst case scenario for Lure. No armor, the light armors on the other side of the map should be spawning. So he can't at least take that, but it's removed as well, and look at this.
Oh, Lucky needs to push here. Yeah, he knows how low it's going to be. Oh, weapon selection, though. The Ghost Walk comes out, just trying to prevent this from going to, Lucky taking this next frag with only 40 seconds left.
Lucky overextended.
And Lucky might also lose out on this heavy too if he's not quick.
He isn't.
And oh my god, Lucky's lost both these two items. That's a real bit of a blunder there. And has got the advantage position here and good damage. And that rail too, but
Rails traded.
it's also railable.
If our Lucky just goes to the light armor now, he should be fine. But if he's slow enough... Oh, that was close for Lure.
I was scared for a second.
Just got the corner in time. Rail ready. But it wasn't. It's LG against LG. Lucky is the better position for this fight because Mega's going to spawn behind him, picks it up. Lure goes out of that fight immediately. And now...
Lure has got the Ghost Walk back up. Oh, Lewis just walks straight in and... Is that the Ghost Walk popped? Yep, Ghost Walk has to pop there just to save himself. Almost no HP though. Lucky's heard the 225 pickups.
Pick up that light, then go to heavy. Yes.
Yeah, and there's going to be nothing left for Lure now, and he will have timing on that heavy, but there we go. Gets that 50 shard over by Mega, but there's going to be no armor up now for another 25 seconds. So this is a chance, and still no Ghost Walk for 40 seconds as well, which is the biggest thing. Now look at this massive stack that Lucky's on. Lure's got almost nothing. He's got no armor. He's got no Ghost Walk. The question is, can he keep running for another 20 seconds? Because by then there'll be more armor. Beautiful hook to go up the high ground. Lure needs to hit some good defensive damage here. Rail's missing from Lucky. Rocket's not connecting, but it's enough to sort of force Lucky back off from him. And Lure does stay alive. And
he can just venture a little bit, and Lucky does so. Tries to force an error out of Lure. Ghost Walk is ready, so forcing that could be key, but he can't afford to frag him now, because if he does... Oh no, he's actually lost the game!
That's such a one small little blunder there has cost so much for Lucky, and I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, especially because the situation he had Lure in there twice on such low amount of HP. But that Ghost Walk, right? That's what we were saying at the start. Lure loves this Nyx, and that's exactly why. You can be put into a situation where you are so low, but that one Ghost Walk that, he was alive, I think, in OT on like 20 health and managed to bring that back to the win. It's such a huge tool, and yeah, as we say, he brought it back into the win there in overtime. One little mistake there from Lucky, and well played by Lure in the end. He saw the opportunity and seized the advantage.
Yeah, I think that Lucky's play to go out a little bit, because Lure was in no position to steal heavy. Because he had hooks, he could just go back up, right? But the problem was that he overextended and he left Rocket Room and pushed even and trying to over-punish Mega, but that put him out of position, and because he didn't hit the shots, but Lure hit a few, he could then, after picking up Mega, just go up the bounce pad and LG him to death. There was nothing that Lucky could do. He was at such a big stack disadvantage that even if Lucky had the LG out, he would have lost the fight.
Yeah. I think that comes down to, as I said, it was at the start, Lure's going to have that fundamental advantage, just the game itself as a whole, where, Lucky was hitting fantastic and doing a huge amount of damage, but Lure, he just knows this game so well. He's played it for ages, and Lucky being he's a pretty newcomer to the scene comparatively to most players. He's only been playing for a few years. Anyway, we've got Dazbok back in here. We're onto Awoken. Second
What
map.
is it with insane Molten games tonight?
I don't know.
It's Molten. It's a great map. People should play it more.
Don't say lies like that, mate.
All right, what about Awoken then? Awoken being a great map.
Oh, without question, one of the all-time.
I mean,
classics.
it's probably the QC classic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the identity, I think, for Quake Champions, right? Like, just brought all these maps back from the previous Quakes, but Awoken is... I might be lying here. I'm pretty certain Awoken is brand new to Quake Champ, but I don't want to sound like an idiot here.
Awoken is to Quake Champions like Monsoon was to Quake 4, like Campgrounds was to Quake 3, like The Edge was to Quake 2, and like everything was to Quake World.
I am a child in terms of Quake, so I will trust you and believe you, and just say yes and nod.
Yes, that's a good decision. I will do the same.
So I will admit I missed a little bit. Was that map 1 that we just saw go down there?
Yes, it was.
That was map 1 in favor for Lure, extremely close. Let's kick off on Lucky again here. There's pressure on him now, and
pretty standard start from him, collecting weapons and the armor. No special delays or anything. Nothing fancy. He's just going in nice and vanilla.
I don't know about picking up that armor shard there, though. He was on 99, and now if he takes a bad fight here, if Lure hits one tri-bolt, that armor's now gone. If he wasn't in position for a nice rail, and Lure is a great peeker as well. Huge damage. Lure, crippled down to 25. I don't think Lucky's going to have a way to... Oh, he's caught him out. The question is now, how can Lucky capitalize off this? Because, yeah, okay, Lure's forced to go back into LG, so he's going to be able to secure both items, begin the start of this rotation. And I love this. He's waiting here for a few seconds just to delay that item a little bit more. He knew the timing of that original item. He picked it up, so now he's got a great little delay between these. And not only that, Lure won't know about this split as well. All he'll know is that this Mega is going to be first. Right now, Lucky's just...
is this Lure's game style here. He's just being that little bit quiet, making sure he doesn't take the damage. I say as he takes 90 rail straight to the face.
He's doing a lot of like defensive play, which might be enough. Yeah, see, that's what I think he was trying to do, right? He just wanted to zone Lucky off so he could sort of break this cycle a little bit for him. But Lure, he's in such a small amount of health, he can't hang around there. I don't know why he didn't. He should have orbed there maybe or rocket jumped. He had to get out some way because Lucky had the angle on him. And alas, we see
available to him.
Yeah, so it's interesting from Lure there, but maybe he's decided that it wasn't worth sort of orbing out in that situation. Just because of how low he was, he may have died anyway. Orbing into there, though, takes the major item. And Pika comes out, doing a fair chunk of damage. And, oh, beautiful rail there from Lucky. Lure, taking the top armor. But no health still.
Yeah, I was about to compliment him on picking up the items, but he's in no better position at the moment. Sure, he's got timing back on him now. But without the health and resources to do what you need to do, it doesn't mean much.
Yeah, Lucky's the one right now who's putting in all the damage, so... Lure has managed to get himself back to a comfortable 100-100 here. And I think Lure's going to want to try and sort of set up a bit of a trap here. He's got into a good position. Oh, the fake rocket jump too. Is Lure not going to fall for it, but the rails don't connect from either player. First bit of damage coming out inside of Lucky, and oh, beautiful rocket there from Lure. Forced him back, and this should be now his Mega, but that rail, that could potentially cause some issues. From orbing straight in, picks it up, good rocket, and Pika, beautiful play with the Pika there. As he falls down, uses Pika so he's in a safe position, and oh, picking up the jump pad though, the rail out, does connect, tri-bolt, huge damage. Lucky and Lure both lucky to be alive, but Lure goes for the TP, and Lucky was waiting there. He's not going to miss that easy shot, but oh, geez, he's peeking while railable.
You say missing the easy shot, he just missed it whilst he peaked whilst railable there. He was still railable at the teleporter peak there as he's...
yeah, he missed that 25 bubble going past there, which would have made him not railable, and there we go. We're going to see another fight. This Mega rockets from Lure are good, but the hit scan coming off from Lucky right now. He's just in all these fights. Even when he's not in the correct position, he's getting a huge amount of damage off, and probably maybe getting a little bit frustrating right now for Lure.
Yeah, he's doing everything right, but it's just not turning into score on the scorecard.
Yeah, and a good Pika again. Does take that direct rocket, but it doesn't matter in the end. He gets the frag, and Pika has struggled having those destroyants too after each kill. Gives you that little bit of extra health and can really make a big difference. It might not seem like a lot. But, that 25, especially if it's giving you overstack. Which right now he doesn't need after picking up the Mega.
25 HP your opponent doesn't have. He's going to hear roughly where Lure is.
And good stop out to the LG duel coming out, and good try there from Lure to try. He wanted to orb back onto that armor shard, but the problem ended up just being that Lure was on 100-100 while Lucky was like 300 stack. He was 400 stack. He had way more to work with, and they were both hitting as much. So just in the end, fully boils down to who's got more health.
To be fair as well, that was Lucky's trap to spring. He was already doing damage to Lure whilst Lure was trying to figure out where that damage was coming from. Lure could have had a lot more health, and I don't think he would have been surviving that.
Mind you, though, with that rocket jump, Lure has taken away Mega, so he's got something there to work with at least now. Still low on the armor side, but sneaking up into T. Good rocket. Pika comes out again. No damage this time.
Both players peeking with rockets.
Oh, Lure opting in to take that orb again, and oh, it's mutual there. And I don't think Lucky was really expecting Lure to push in with that shot. But Lure, he gets a good spawn.
Lure to push in with that
no,
shot.
I wasn't. Yeah, like, especially considering, we've been talking about how Lure is, more sort of a calm player, a bit more maybe defensive. Great rocket, and yeah, he's just going to opt to push in here. Shoddy out from Lucky, though. Huge damage, and oh, he is so lucky to be alive right now, Lua. 5 HP left. Not going to be able to get towards this Mega. So Lucky will find it, and it will be his, and Lua still just has to keep running. There is no way you can take a fight in this situation. No orb. No armor. Only just got some health up, and oh, beautiful LG pin, and yeah. That's what happens when you get caught out with LG with no armor.
That's what happens when you caught out with LG against any of these guys after going up a jump pad.
Well, that's true. These guys, they're not going to miss the easy shots like that.
Going up a jump pad like that is akin to saying, hey, free kill, go for it.
Nice damage there from Lucky. Again, keeping Lua low. Lua spent so much of this game just trying to hold on to his life, Been on these backside maps, and good damage coming in. Orb Rocket has just saved him. Pushing Lua back, Lucky back. Lucky now. He's the one who's actually on this sort of back foot.
Mental games with the orb coming out. We've seen Lua be quite aggressive following his orbs through the past few times they've gone off, and that time not following through, and Lucky did a lot of damage to the cobblestones there.
And Lua rocket jumping up, and he had perfect timing there on that Mega. Picked it up mid-fight. And brings us back to a 3-frag game. 6-3. Lua's got to start making, especially because, Strog's got a bit of speed there and his advantage, and Lucky is just doing so much damage. Nice tri-bolt as well. Oh, Lucky pushing in with the LG, and wow, that was, yeah, when you hit everything, you can do things like that, can't you?
Yeah, with the hit scan Lucky's got, he's definitely got the advantage on the hit scan. Like, we take a look at percentages. Lua just completely shuts me up right then and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the general hit scan that Lucky hits overall is insane, and both players trying to keep each other contained to certain areas and map. Lots of tri-bolt coming out from both. If you're just hitting all the tri-bolt, like, is it even area control then, or is that a indirect mortar attack that he's just done?
Yeah, it's just. And not only that too, this Peak is doing great work as well. Just pushing out the jump pad, knows how low Lua is. And unless Lucky makes a really big blunder here, we're going to call this one a GG for Lucky.
Whose map pick was this one?
This was Lucky's map pick. So they have, assuming Lucky does win this still, we don't want to cast a curse it now. But we'll be going, 1-1 on their own map. And, oh, the orb. And, oh no, oh wow, he actually survives flying out the side, and he was going to survive again, I think, but no. Lua wasn't going to allow it. LG out.
That was pop up into the air. Thank you very much. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. I'll take that one. And Lua's really got to pull his finger out now. The defensive game is not going to get him a 2-0 here.
His biggest problem right now is he's just got no stack to take these fights, and Lucky, he can just keep running now. It's with such a huge stack. Oh, missed rails as well. Trading out.
The big advantage now is as well his stack doesn't really matter all that much. The damage he's putting out and the score on the scoreboard is what's going to matter to him.
Yeah.
Lucky's just pretending he's in the Matrix there, dodging rockets left, right, and center whilst returning fire. And Lua's got nothing he can do but hurt himself.
And that'll be map 2, going to Lucky. 1-1.
As we said last week, the first 2 maps mean sweet FA now. And it all comes down to that 3rd map. And
well, you're saying that though, because like you do have, there's a mental aspect to the game. It's like, is this going to affect? I don't think, this is going to affect Lua too much. I think he's pretty calm with his game. He's going to play the correct game no matter what's going on here. But Lucky, I think, is a bit of a momentum player, right? Like, he's come off a bit of a bad beat to begin with, but he's now, got a really strong showing on his map. Going to be coming into this next map with a bit of confidence, and he's hitting his shots really well. 60% rail, 37% LG.
Even when tilted, though, Lucky is Lucky's not one to miss his shots.
Just quickly, like looking over to Lua's side here, if we can just have a look at the rail there on them, I think we can see the difference here from what's what's a major impact of how that map went.
12%.
2 rails out of like 16, I think it was for Lua. And when your opponent's hitting 60%, it's just such a crippling fact. And that's what we saw, right? Lua spent so much of the time on the back foot, hiding away on corners of the map, trying to build stack back up.
But as we said, outside of the mental aspect, it all doesn't matter going into this final map now.
Yeah, this is for everything.
This is for all the marbles. This is for all of the lunch money. God, it's been ages since I've had to make any
Come on,
more.
how many more can you give us?
This is for pole position. This is for the championship tonight.
Gonna take home the bacon.
Take home the bacon.
For the chicken dinner.
The chicken dinner.
Well, we have an
Alright.
interesting matchup champion-wise, haven't we? What do you think about Visor against Galena on Insomnia, guys?
So I missed how Visor went for Hamo in the previous session. I was too busy kicking Zemi's ass.
Oh, he didn't get, they
so
didn't
how
get
did
to
that-
play it. Did he?
Oh,
No, that was the second map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was
It
the
didn't
Ranger.
work out overly well. Just the extra damage from the Ranger, I think, from the orbs, and just Knight's just overall damage output and positioning on the map was enough to negate any advantage that the Visor offered.
Yeah, I'd argue this is a lot more closer matched. I'd argue the Galena's probably not going to be as useful just with the abundance of health that's on Insomnia, especially with the blood pool down in the lower corridor.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether or not Lua's going to go for a triple totem, or whether or not it's going to be more of like a combat sort of focused totems. Chuck them down in a fight, try and
Area
soak up a
denial.
rocket, something like that. Yeah, how he's going to go and use them, because there's not really a huge amount of spots on this map where you can go and start hiding totems. So
Place them to the entrance of a corridor, and your opponent's going to fly through that
yeah,
door.
that or a TP exit kind of thing is I think what he'll probably be looking at.
But the Visor's going to be able to see where all of that is and see where you are. Still got the disadvantage of there's just so many twisty-turny corridors between you and your opponent. But
yes, so even if you have that line of sight, you're not necessarily going to get any rails or
Yeah,
anything from it.
so you
So it'll
just
be
know where your opponent is while you still can't shoot him.
yeah. Which, to
But
arguably, you can probably hear them anyway because it's especially if you're in this upper T position, you pretty much have full control there.
Yeah, you hear
Now, let's give
everything.
Lua the start here on the Galena. I'm curious to see how he's planning on playing this. Again, I think it's like the Nyx kind of thing. It's probably focuses on his playstyle a little bit better. This time we're going to see a bit of a quieter start than the Hamo Knight matchup. Players will get their respective items and instead opt to get weapons before starting the fight. There we go. First
Rail.
engagement, rail from both players. Oh, cheeky little shot there from Lucky, jumping up, taking the shot. Has used sight and potentially saw that totem as well after it got used.
it's that rail accuracy that you were talking about with the last map coming into play there. We saw 4 rails exchange, 2 apiece. 2 hit from one party, 1 hit from the other party, and it's affected the way that they're able to get into the fights here.
Yeah, and right now, Lua in the much better position with full stack of armor to his name. Lucky does get the 50 shard now, which is good for him, but both items on perfect sync here. So we're just to see when we're going to have an engagement. Lucky going up the jump pad. Side up now as well. And it's immediately been popped. And Lua is sort of dancing around here, and I think he heard that sight. So he didn't really want to sort of peek too many angles. And again, we're seeing a very, very slow match come out.
But when you're stuck over here in the heavy armor room, there's only so many places you're going to be poking your head out, so to speak. And Lucky's just going to be able to cover that all off. It's only when he moves off like this that Lua's going to be able to break out of there.
Nice position there from Lua, but just not connecting with the rails. Like, that's 3 missed rails right now. And Lucky does walk back into the totem, but doesn't do a huge amount. He's walked into another one. That's a free 80 damage right there, but even still with that, stacks are pretty close to being even. And Lua's just picked up Mega.
Lucky picks himself up his first heavy armor of the match.
Just lucky from rail, and honestly, this might be the option for Lua here. If you're not connecting with the rail, that heavy machine gun, you know, it's got such a little spread and it can do a huge amount of damage. Rockets coming out, not connecting, and both blades critically low, and Lua hits the critical rail. He's been missing them all night, but he finally hits that one, and that was an important one.
To be
2
fair,
HP.
he probably thought he had the shotgun out then.
Hey, shotgun would have still probably worked at that range, so... but there we go.
Love the rockets though, and
yeah, Lucky just trying to dive on him there, but he had a little bit more stack.
I mean,
Maybe,
all the praise that we're throwing onto Lucky right now with the aim and the play he's doing. Lua's the one who's up 2-0 at the moment. Just positioning, timing it, and taking the fights on his terms is just working for him excellently at the moment.
I think he's playing a smarter game, which is what, you know, can be important sometimes here. And the timing potentially, yeah, just missed out. Free rail from Lucky.
Doesn't really harm Lua's position all that much. The stack's in his favour at the moment.
He's got the advantage. Oh, and then right as he drops down, fortunate time for him, and Lucky just hits so much damage.
The accuracy pops back up.
Yeah.
But can Lucky convert this? It's going to be the question. Lua, questionable going up there, but the rail's connecting.
Yeah, he didn't take that much damage, and does hit a nice rail there. Unfortunately, it was before the Mega, so Lucky's still on a good stack here.
Dare I say it, that was real Shrulez LG from Lucky then.
Shrulez was hitting a right LG today, actually. You know, I'm just gonna say that's why I lost, because he was hitting pretty good. Oh, nice rails there from Lua.
It's the meme, mate. It's the meme.
I know. I'm just trying to feel better about myself. No, but all crap aside, really good. I think Lua has just listened to us saying that his rails aren't that great, and he's now just sort of turned them up, and he's showing up now with his shots. 57%.
What was it you were saying about fighting an opponent who's hitting 50-60% of their rail?
Well,
Lucky's
yeah, that's
now on the receiving end of that. Lucky down in the 30s. And it's really, really showing on the scoreboard. Lua's able to take these fights with a lot more confidence. He's able to be in the rooms and in positions and setting up his traps with a lot more confidence. Great combat totem there.
But I don't think it's going to be enough. And he's pushing in a Lucky wrong weapon choice. If he had anything else in his hand there, that would have been a kill for him. But rail, missed shot, and then the massive reload time.
5 minutes.
I guess as a consolation prize, he does get Mega from that spawn. And Lua is still low. In fact, Lua's probably not even going to be able to push in for this item here.
And I think with it being 5 minutes left on the clock, and the score being 6-1 on this map, we're going to have to start talking about how this is going to be affecting Lucky's game. He's not able to play the laid-back game anymore. He's got at least a frag a minute he's got to make up here.
Now, Lua will have heard that side again. Yeah, he's just... I don't think he wants to sort of peek any too wide of an angles. Rocket jump not going up top. Missed rail from beneath, and Lewis opting still just to peek that, but that's right. He does have those items to fall back on. Great defensive rockets, 2 great defensive rockets, and
so
a rail too.
Virtual damage coming out from him.
And it sort of made Lucky sort of question, but no, actually, as I say that, Lucky's just gone straight up that jump pad and wanting to take this fight. Lua trying to jump across right as Lucky peaks. The rail connects, and one in return from Lua. But Lua's the one who's still critically low, and another one. And now Lucky. He cannot take this fight. Neither player. The totem comes out, and wow, pushing straight in, and a bit of an uncharacteristic rocket whiff actually there from Lua. His rocket's been good.
We were talking about Lucky having to make moves though, and that's exactly what he's been doing here. He's making his moves.
Yeah, he's
3
bringing it back
to make up in 4 minutes.
Yeah, this can be easily done. He's just got 2 really quick kills there.
He has control of the map as well. The items are timed to him at the moment.
Great defensive there from Lua, and another good one too, and he's forced to run back here. He's got that heavy to work with. But it doesn't actually give him that much of a stack advantage here, and he just wants to keep pushing. Great rail, but Lua was ready for it. 1 in return, totem comes out. Is he going to... Yeah, he clears it before he goes up. But now that Lua's got the position, great rocket. That's going to be the Mega. Going in the name of Lua, and Lure escaping does take one rail.
Rail
These fights are
negate.
getting a bit scrappy here, and Lucky's just sort of walking in. Both players hitting one great drops to the LG, but no, Lure would have only taken 2 LG ticks. But
You
such a
can't
fast
do that,
peak. And
You can't do that when your opponent's hitting their rail. And now, Lucky's still in item control, but Lure is definitely in control of where the fights are taking place at the
so
moment.
Lure's now just stolen this Mega, and this and this is probably going to be a kill here as well. LG out. Not actually that strong from Lure. And yeah, I don't hate this play from Lure. Just fall back here now. You don't need to take that fight. You're up by a fair few frags, so you're in a good situation. Good rocket jump, and again, I wouldn't mind it. Oh, good, yeah, another quick kill there. And Lucky didn't even have a chance to shoot back.
It's the classic Lure defensive play coming out and saying hello.
As you say that, he just charges straight into a Lucky, but you know, does get the Mega, does get the kill, and dare I say, does take the game.
Yeah, I'd argue it's GG at this point. It is Quake. 2 minutes is enough time to make miracles happen, but this is a serious game that we're seeing here. I don't think we're gonna see Lucky make a conversion anytime soon, unfortunately.
Not when Lure's, you know, punishing like this and just connecting with all of these rails now. It's making up for every missed shot in the previous match, I think. All in one map here, and what a time to do it. Probably going to go down here. I'd say I just get that last rail off, but
It's
the
been
amount of time wasted there.
It's been a fantastic set, though, it has.
Gauntlet out. That's one more kill. But
We had a fantastic Molten game from these two. Lucky showed us what he's capable of, and now this map has just been pure brain plays from Lure. He's
yeah,
played this well, he's hit the shots to be able to execute those brain plays, and he's been rewarded for it.
yeah, I think he was able to play a little bit more of his gear. It felt a bit sort of out of place, I think, on that previous map, just because it wasn't connecting with that sort of damage. So it was sort of playing. Lure was sort of forced to play into to Lucky's game, and now that Lure's sort of controlling it a little bit more, he's really able to play his own game, and it's really showing for him, right? Like, he's making no mistakes here. Great totems as well. Like, you know, we were questioning at the start. They're doing a lot of damage. You know, Lucky's done a good job to sort of bring us a little bit closer towards the end, but yeah, there's no time here. And that's going to be a GG.
He used the totems kind of how we were predicting, putting them in corridors so they're dealing damage as Lucky's running through.
Yeah. And yeah, as the amount of damage actually that came out from totems, I think there was a good probably 6, 7, 8 totems that all got, you know, he just walked straight into and took them all. And that's, you know, it might not be a huge amount of damage per totem, it's only 40 damage totem, but that sort of stacks up, you know, and that 40 damage might be enough to sort of sway each fight or sway a fight here or there.
It's like the argument with the Stroyland and Strog. People go, oh,
exactly.
You don't get much from it, but every little bit matters. Picking up those little armor shards, picking up the small armors, picking up little bit of damage here and there.
There's so many times where you see fights where it's like, one health bubble could be the difference between winning and losing. Right? If you walk back onto the Mega as you're fighting, or if you walk back on just a 25 bubble, and that tiny little bit of extra stack boost is enough to keep you alive, then, you know.
Yeah, and a lot of the fights we were seeing tonight were being decided by those small decisions being made to, I'm going to leave that health bubble up so that when I get into a fight in this room, I can fall back on it. A lot of little things like that.
Yeah, it was overall, honestly, I think we had a really good set of games tonight. A lot of close matches.
Good work with admin picking and entertaining fights.
Yeah, I think Knight's been on top of that. So well done, Knight.
Love you too,
Anyway.
Lure.
But yeah, that brings us to the last match of the night. We are done for the evening.
Yes.
I believe we've got another week of games before the finals start.
Yes, this is a reminder to everyone playing that this is your last week to get all games finished. So please make sure you contact.
Right.
Well, so yes, we've got this week now. So we'll be in the last week of regulation matches will be next week, so the 17th, and then finals will be starting the week after that. So it should be the 24th. So
Finals on the 24th. What a way to celebrate my 38th birthday.
there you go. Perfect. Are you going to be in the grand finals? I hope so.
Let's say yes,
Yes. All right.
and then I can only disappoint.
Well, it'd be a good birthday present, wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah, that's
Just win then.
just win.
Just
Simple
win.
as that. It's not
Simple as
hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just
Play better than your opponent.
need to hit more than you get hit, and you win.
Shoot your opponent more than you get shot.
Yes, it's very straightforward.
As we all wish it was just that simple.
Yeah, indeed.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for bringing us the stream today. We appreciate all the work.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And,
Sorry for the hiccups with the overlay. I don't know what it was. Nobody did really know what it was, but in the end, it started to work again.
It wouldn't be, exactly right. Exactly right. So
The
anyway, we'll
stream's always awesome.
Yeah.
exactly.
No
We'll
need
see you
for
here again
apologies.
next week. Same time. We'll have 3 more matches of intense action before the final starts.
Yeah, and I have to thank you, and thank you guys for joining me and casting the matches. That was great fun and helping me out so I could fix stuff.
You could fight with the overlay.
Yeah, and fight with OBS crashes and faults, stream key issues, and I don't know what. But anyway, it worked in the end. We had good matches. Thank you all. Thank you
I'm
guys for
always
hanging
happy.
out.
Always happy to be here and say explicitives every time someone gets a kill.
Yeah, that's the best anyway, isn't it? So yeah, have a nice Sunday evening, everyone, and I think that's it for today.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Until then, bye bye.
Let's close down this camera stream.